Right, good afternoon and welcome everybody to this very special online event just for the colleagues and family of Leader. It's lovely to be with you on this very cold and dreary day. As you can see, it's snowing outside my window. If you can believe this isn't a green screen. My name is Mark. I'm going to be your quiz master as I take you through 50 fun-paced questions. I know lots of you are playing from the office, some are at home, and some of you are playing along as families. What I can promise you is that we're going to have a little bit of fun because it's around this time of year that you should be getting together either with your colleagues or your family or your friends and having some parties and a little bit of fun. And of course, this is 2020 and that's just not possible. So let's see if we can bring you a little bit of virtual Christmas cheer instead. Now, we will be having a quiz and it is going to be a whole lot of fun. The one thing you need to know is that this is not competitive. It's just for fun. And every single question that we ask you, you can take a guess at. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than it is to be clever. We do have a few rules though. Let's take you through them now. Okay, so here we are outside. It's a little bit chilly, but thankfully I've got my big Christmas sweater on, so that really helps. So we do have a couple of rules that we need to run you through. So if you get something wrong, it will be worth a big fat 0. Get it right though, and it's worth 100 points. We give you 15 seconds only to answer each question, so you have to be nice and quick. You have to listen to me, read the question, and answer within 15 seconds. We give you 30 seconds to join in with the live chat. So there's a 30-second gap between every single question. You will have seen the live chat a second ago. Do join in with that and say hello to me so I can say hello to you. And of course, it will be nice for your fellow colleagues and your friends and family to see you on there as well. Now, some questions have multiple correct answers. What this means is that when we ask you a question, there will be 5 possible answers and 3 of them are correct. If you can get all 3 of them right, you'll get 100 points. But if you get one wrong, the other ones are only worth 20. That means that you will score either 20, 40 or 100 points if you get all of them right. And this bit is really important. We will give you a speed bonus on every single question. So as I said, there's only 15 seconds for you to answer. But if you can answer nice and quickly, you'll get lots of bonus points as well, as long as you get the answer right, of course. The faster you answer, the more points you get, up to a maximum of 50 points. And every single player can get bonus points on every single question. So if you want to take the full 15 seconds to think about the answer, that's fine. You will get 100 points if you get it right, but you will get more points if you answer a little bit quicker. Now, we are playing for fun, but we have got just a few prizes to give away. And we're going to keep things very, very simple. We're going to arrange for bottles of wine to come out to 3 separate players, and here is where we will offer those prizes. First of all, I think you could have guessed this. It's going to go to the winner. The very first person at the top of the tree at the end of the quiz, you'll receive a bottle of wine from Leader. Okay, so the first prize goes to our overall winner. And then whoever finishes in 7th place today, 7th place, will also get a bottle of wine. And the third bottle of wine will go to the person or persons who are playing in 17th place. All right, so something to aim for absolutely everybody. Whether you're 1st, 7th or 17th, you will win a prize. And now we bring you back inside and over to our live game screen. Now, nobody's chatting to me at the moment. I do hope that you are paying attention and that you can see the live chat here. Now, if you can't see the live chat on your screen on YouTube, there are 3 little dots. All you've got to do is click on those little dots and the live chat will magically appear. If you could say hello to me, that would be lovely, so I can see that you're out there and we can converse, and it's just nice to feel wanted, isn't it? So do say hello to me in the live chat. Now, if you haven't logged into the game yet, do have a look below right there, myquiz.org with the code 622868. That is your private code just for this Leader Virtual Festive Quiz, and you can also click on the QR code right there as well. Now, in terms of the actual quizzes, hurrah, there's Leader themselves coming in and saying hi. That's a relief. I was beginning to think that nobody wanted to talk to me, but I'm sure you've opened the floodgates now and everyone will want to join in, which is lovely. Okay, so in terms of the actual questions, we've got a whole bundle of different things here for you. We will have questions on Christmas, of course. There might be cartoons and movies. There will be very random, bizarre trivia as well. So we're going to test you on just about everything. It's going to be a lot of fun, I can promise you. In terms of answering, everything will be multiple choice, apart from a few questions which are what we call open-ended. And with those questions, a keyboard will appear on your screen, and we will ask you to enter either a letter or letters, or it might be a number such as a year or a person's age. Okay, so it will either be multiple choice Ah, right. This is making sense now. You're all here in a Zoom meeting. You're all somewhere else, having fun and conversing with each other. Right. In that case, Leader Romania, whoever is in charge of the keyboard there, I expect you to keep me company because I feel all left out. But Andre's joined us now. Yo, yo, yo. I like that. Yeah, that's like the hippest Santa ever. This is better. This is nice. So, yeah. It's nice that a few of you are joining in. Now it all makes sense because we were wondering where all the viewers were. We can see that we've got 16 players, not quite 17 yet. So hopefully there will be a 17th player so that we can give away that final bottle of wine. As I have said, if you are watching, hopefully you are playing along using a smartphone, a tablet, or maybe your laptop or computer. The best way, if you're at home for any reason, is to put me on a TV or a computer monitor and play along using a second device. That way it's just a lot more enjoyable for you. Hello, Melina. It's nice for you to join in as well. See, I told you, Leader Romania, as soon as you said hello, a few other people would join in. And there's Dan now as well. This is lovely. I feel so much better knowing that you're all out there. Okay, then. I think we should get on with this. There will be 50 questions, no breaks. Okay, it's 50 back-to-back questions. We do give you a 30-second gap in between each and every answer. Below me will be the questions. On your screens that you're playing from will be the questions as well. The top 3 players at any given point will be shown during the breaks right below me as well. And I'll also keep some commentary on the top 5 players to see how well you are all doing. Hello, Cosmin. Nice to have you. Laurencio is joining in as well. And this is what we want to see. So do keep chatting away, but get your handsets ready. Whatever you're playing with, get it ready, because I think we should kick you off. Let's see if we can find our leader, Virtual Festive Quiz Champion. Good luck, everybody. It's Deanna. Okay, Deanna, the one person I've been talking to from Leader, I now know who it is. Okay, Deanna, I'm going to call you Deanna from now on whenever Leader pops up. Right, let's get going. Good luck to each and every one of you. Your first question is on its way. Here we go. And question number 1. How many of Santa's reindeer's names begin with the letter D? So your options are 1, 3, 5 and 7. 1, 3, 5 and 7. And I can see lots of you starting to answer, so you're getting the hang of this, which is great. It really is as simple as that. All you've got to do is click on the right answer and get yourself some points. So lots of people getting it right. 57.1% going for 3, which is the correct answer. Dancer, Dasher and Donna. Andrea is our early leader after one question. What have we got? Kovitzel New. The new Kovitz. Yeah, very nice. You're in second. Andre in third. Deanna, you're sitting in fourth. And Dan in fifth. So there you go. It really couldn't be any easier, could it? 49 more questions to come. Here's question number 2. Ooh, which spirit is the basis of a Mai Tai cocktail? So an alcohol question at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. But it is your Christmas party, so it's the one day of the year you're allowed to do this, apart from Christmas Day as well. So, a Mai Tai cocktail. Correct answer is rum. And look at this, 86.7% of you getting this one right. Do you remember back in the olden days when we used to go out and enjoy drinks and cocktails in the bar with people around us without wearing masks? Oh, good times. Well, hopefully those times are ahead, and we'll be doing that again sometime, and maybe you'll have a Mai Tai cocktail in the future just to remind you of this rather wonderful afternoon with our Leader Virtual Festive Quiz, right? Oh, Kovitzel New into the lead. Andre, Deanna, Zagunul and Dan. There's your top 5. In the song Jingle Bells, how many horses pulled the sleigh? Now this time, please enter your answer. A 1-digit answer, so a number, a 1-digit answer. Now that one threw a few of you a little bit here, I think. Let's see if anybody got it right. 12% of you only getting that one right, because it's just one horse. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horsed open sleigh. Horse open sleigh. It's a one-horse open sleigh anyway. So well done if you were one of the few people that got that right. Andrea now into the lead. Kovitzel New, you're in second. Andre third. Deanna and Zagunul. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm possibly not. All right. Here comes question number 4. Which of these people would most likely wear a touche blanche on their heads? Would it be a teacher, a chef, a cyclist, or a painter? Now, every time I look over here, I'm not looking out the window or something like that. I am literally looking over at our game screen to see how you're all answering and keeping tabs on you over here. Time is up. A chef. A chef would wear it. It's one of those big, tall, funny white hats that chefs wear. Often seen in like really fancy hotels these days. They're not that popular. But back in the day, of course, they used to be worn all the time. Andre, leads from Zagunul, who's moved up to second. Andrea is still hanging around in third. Dan is in fourth. And Kovitsul, you're in fifth. Andre with 352 points leading the way. Here's question number 5. True or false? Discombobulation is the name for anxiety at being unable to obtain information via the internet. We've all suffered with that at some point, but is there a name for it? Is that true or is it false? Right, your time is up. And a few disbelievers here. It is actually true. It's a real word, discombobulation. So now you can use that word in the future when you're struggling with the internet and it's just not working for you. Well done if you managed to get that one right. Tricky one. We've got Andre still leading, just ahead of Andrea in second, Dan in third. Diana sits in fourth place and Zagunul is there in fifth. Andre 472 points and Andrea 455. So it is very, very close. Next question. The kiwi fruit is native to which country? The kiwi fruit is native to which country? Kiwi fruit's very, very popular. I do enjoy them. Great in smoothies. But where do they come from? Now, I did warn you at the start of this quiz that sometimes the obvious answer is not the correct one, and it's one of those cases right now. New Zealand, 62.5% of you going for that because it's called the kiwi fruit, right? But actually, it's indigenous to China, and it was only taken over to New Zealand at the start of the 20th century, and they renamed it themselves. Around the world, it's also called a Chinese gooseberry. So China, 12.5% of you getting that one right. It's Dan who now takes the lead. He got it right. Andre in second, Andrea third, Diana in fourth, and Zagunul, you're sitting in fifth. Number 7. Who wrote the best-selling Christmas song of all time, White Christmas? Who wrote White Christmas? Excuse me. So 4 famous people there, but who was the writer of the song White Christmas? And let's see how you've answered this one. Okay, yeah, we've thrown you a little bit here. His name is Irving Berlin. He's very famous for writing songs and musicals. Some very famous musicals this chap has written. Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby both sang the song. Bing Crosby, probably the most famous version, but it was Irving Berlin. And 16.7% of you getting it right. And with that question, it's got close again. Dan leads, Andre in second, Andrea third, Diana in fourth, and Zagunul still in fifth. So if you got that one right, you've just caught up a load of people. Number 8. How many herbs and spices make up the secret blend used for Kentucky Fried Chicken? Is it 9, 10, 11 or 12? Oh, this is one of those things where you've heard it a million times, right? You've seen the ads, but can you remember the actual number? This is the type of trivia question I would always get wrong, and only 14.3% of you got it. I don't blame you, it's a tricky one. It's 11, and the great thing about KFC, one of my favourite things about KFC, if you go to their official Twitter page, it only follows 11 people. It follows the 5 Spice Girls and 6 random people they found on Twitter that are called Herb. Dan leads, Zagunul jumps up to second, Andre third, Andrea in fourth, and Diana in fifth. So everything changed there. Here's number 9. From which country does Paddington Bear come from? Catalina, it's a very clever piece of marketing on their part to only follow those 11 people, because people like me talk about it all the time. Very simple thing to do, but whoever came up with it was a genius. Hello to you, Catalina. Thanks for joining us. Peru is the correct answer here. 23.1% of you getting it right. Deepest, darkest Peru, as referenced in the books, and of course the TV show and the more famous movies now. 2 movies have come out recently. Dan now leads from Zagunul in second, Andre in third, Andrea in fourth, and Kovitsul is back into the top 5. 356 points for you, but it's Dan with a big old lead. 200 points leading the way. Next question. Who is this jumping over a chair during a 1994 TV interview? So have a look at your screens. You can see him doing it. You can't quite see his face, but who is that? Deanna's deciding to go for the 7th place. That's not the way to do it. Come on, you can win. So many points up for grabs. It's Bill Gates, 36.4% of you getting that one right. It was a famous interview. At the end of it, he claimed that he could jump over his chair just randomly, and the interviewer said, well, do it then. And he did it, barely with a run-up, wearing quite tight trousers and the wrong shoes for jumping. And I do some jumps and stuff at the gym, and that is tricky to do. It's quite impressive. Dan then still leads, but Andre catches up with that question. Zagunal in third, Diana and Andrea in fourth and fifth. Here's number 11. According to the Bible, select the names of the 3 wise men that visited the baby Jesus. So click on 3 answers here. Let's see if this will change the top 5. 3 answers to get all the points. And you have to be quick. It looks like most of you got your answers in. We were looking for Melchior, Babar, and Balthazar. Nobody going for Caspar. Oh, I just thought that was a nice name. Caspar is a very biblical name as well. But well done if you got all 3. If you got all 3, you got the 100 points plus a few bonus points as well. Dan still leads, but Andre has caught him up a little bit here. Diana up to third. Zagunal is in fourth. And we've got Andrea down in fifth. I say down in fifth, still doing very well in fifth place. Question number 12. With which country would you associate the Christmas witch, La Befana? There she is. There is a Christmas witch somewhere. Zagunul. Am I saying it wrong, Laurencio? I'm sure I am. You can correct me. You can give me some pronunciation right there. It's in Italy. 40% of you getting it right. Now, she actually comes out on the eve of Epiphany, which is January the 5th. But in Italy, she's very much associated with Christmas, and specifically Father Christmas, as you can see from that greetings card there. And quite what's going on with Father Christmas in that picture, I'm not sure. His face is quite bizarre. Dan, good question for you. You get it right, and you extend your lead now. Andre got it wrong, and that means Zagunal has managed to catch up. They're tied on 628 points. Here's number 13. Which of these words refers to the twinkling of stars? Oscillation, scintillation, titillation, or vacillation? It is one of them. It's kind of a Christmassy question without being about Christmas, because it's a bit like the twinkling on the tree, isn't it? All right, time is up, and the correct answer is scintillation. Well done if you got that one right. In fact, 60% of you did get that one right. Dan is having a cracking quiz at the moment. He gets that one and is approaching 1,000 points, 967 points. Apparently, I'm getting it right, and I'm probably making you all laugh every time I say Zagunal, so there it is again. I don't mind, that's why I'm here. Andre in third, Elisa coming into the top 5. Well done, you're up to 4th, and Deanna in 5th. Here is question number 14. The Global Positioning System, otherwise known as GPS, is operated by which of the following? Is it the US Postal Service, Navy, Army, or Space Force? All right, time is up. Let's see if you've got this one right. Oh yeah, 38.5% of you getting this one. It is the US Space Force, which didn't exist a few years ago, of course, but it does now, and since it came into play, the US Air Force handed over the reins of GPS to Space Force. So well done if you got that right. Dan still leads, but he didn't get that one. Andre didn't get that one either. Oh, actually, he did. Andre's moved into second. Zagunal third, Deanna fourth, and Andrea in fifth. So Dan not getting everything right just yet. Number 15, Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents, is the opening line to which novel? Is it Wuthering Heights, Little Women, Great Expectations, or Pride and Prejudice? So a literary question here for you. See how well you know your books. All right, okay, a bit of a split decision. It's Little Women, the correct answer, written by Louisa May Alcott, released in 2 volumes in 1868, 1869. And just 28.6% then getting it right. And Dan got that one wrong as well. So Zagunal, you are catching up in second place. Andre in third, Andrea fourth. We've lost Alyssa, she's disappeared. But Deanna is sitting now in fifth. So Dan not having it his own way at the moment. Number 16. Which of these is essential for the Japanese pastime of ikebana? Paper, teapot, pen, or flowers? Which one of those do you need in order to perform ikebana? All right, all of your answers are in, and very impressive. 57.1% of you getting this one right. It is indeed flowers. It is the Japanese art of flower arrangement, otherwise known as kado, but ikebana is the most common name. So impressive stuff. Dan does break 1,000 points, gets that one right. Zagunal second, Andre third, Andrea is in fourth, and Diana is in fifth. But I tell you what, these last few questions, it's all got very, very close again. But Dan leads the way. Here's number 17. What is the name of the world's smallest species of penguin? What is the name of the world's smallest species of penguin? Let's see what you've gone for here. Now, it is quite ridiculous, but 26.7% of you weren't fooled. They weren't very creative when they came up for the world's smallest penguin. They just decided to call it the little penguin. There are some subspecies, including the Australian little and the little blue. But yeah, it's just called the little penguin, which is rather sweet, really, isn't it? Dan didn't get that one, and Zagunal has managed to really catch up, just 20 points behind now in second. Andrea approaches 1,000 points. You've got 975. Then Andre and Diana, you're in fourth and fifth. Here's number 18. And have a look at the picture. Whose autograph is that? 50-50 go here. Is it Tom Hardy or is it Tom Hanks? Tom Hardy or Tom Hanks? They would both be great autographs to get. And they're both brilliant actors. I really do love both of those actors, particularly Tom Hardy's a big fan of his. I really am, particularly in Peaky Blinders. I think he's fantastic in that. All right, that was actually Tom Hanks, and 62.5% of you got that one right. And Zagunal and Dan both got it right, but look, this is where bonus points can pay off, because Zagunal, you got that so quick, you've now taken the lead. You are, 13 points ahead of Dan in second. Andre, Andrea and Diana make up the top 5 at the moment. Here's question 19. First seen in the film Space Jam. What is the name of Bugs Bunny's girlfriend? Lucy, Bridget, Lola or Barbara? So you can see her on your screen. Maybe that helps you out a little bit. And time is up. Let's see how you've answered this one. And the correct answer is Lola Bunny. 37.5% of you getting it right. Yeah, there was no female presence in Space Jam, so they had to create a female character, and they figured it was about time that Bugs Bunny got a girlfriend. So it feels like she's been around for a lot longer, but she hasn't. Lola Bunny was created in the 90s for the film Space Jam. Zagunal, just like that, is now extending his lead at the top. Or her lead, I don't know, maybe. Dan in second, Andre third, Diana fourth, Andrea is in fifth. Here's number 20. Which of the following is not a throwing event within an Olympic decathlon? So 3 of those things will be thrown. 3 of those items will be thrown in a decathlon. 1 of them will not. Right, let's see how you've answered here. It's the hammer. 12.5% of you only getting that one. That was a tricky one. They do throw the javelin, discus and shot put over the course of 2 days in the decathlon. Very, very tough event to take part in. Zagunal, 1,455. Dan, 1,296. Andre is catching you up. He's got 1,136. Diana, 1,033. And Andrea, 975. 20 down, 30 to go. Here's number 21. What 3 words are used to describe the Grinch in the classic children's book How the Grinch Stole Christmas? So 3 answers again, please. Click on all 3, get those points. Let's see if you can catch up those top 2 players. Alright, that was a tricky one, but we were looking for stank, stink and stunk. Stonk and stenk, they're just made up words, as I suppose the other ones were to a degree. Well, stank and stink aren't, and stunk, no, they're not made up at all. What am I saying? Anyway, doesn't matter. Those were the 3 correct answers. Zagunal did not get them all, but still leads from Dan in second, Andre in third, Diana in fourth. Andrea has passed 1,000 points, sitting in 5th place. That was a tricky one. Here's question number 22. True or false, Santa Claus was number 1 on the Forbes Fictional 15 list of the richest fictional characters until they stopped producing the list in 2013. So essentially, was Santa always the richest fictional character? According to Forbes. Now, it was true, and 43.8% of you would have been right if we'd have asked this question back in 2006. But in 2006, after receiving hundreds of letters from little children and some parents who were pointing out to Forbes that Santa Claus is, of course, real, They decided to remove him from the fictional list. So well done to the believers, the 56.2% of you that believe in Santa. That's rather lovely. Zagunal still leads. Dan, Andre, Deanna and Andrea, top 5. Number 23. Look at the image. What is the name of this 2002 album by the Foo Fighters? So, any Foo fans out there? I think this is tricky, this one. But it's good to have the odd music question as well in a quiz. And 1 by 1 is the correct answer. Oh, lots of Foo Fighter fans. 33.3% of you getting that one right. The majority of you getting it right. Zagunal, 1,615. Dan, 1,459. It's starting to get really close again. Deanna is in third with 1,366. She's still got a very good chance of catching up. Andrea in fourth. And then Andre, just 6 points behind Andrea, sitting in fifth. Nearly at halfway. Here's number 24. What size of paper measures 297 millimetres by 420 millimetres? In inches, that is 16.5 by 11.7 inches. So quickly, you need to quickly kind of measure, think. What is it? A2, A3, A4 or A5? And the majority of you have gone for A3, but it's the majority of you have gone for A3, and that's correct. I was about to say that it's A4, but it's not. It's A3. Well done if you worked that one out. I've asked that question before, you know, and most people go for A4. So it's impressive that you quickly managed to get that one. Our top players, though, are not getting these questions right, allowing everybody to catch up. But the top 5 is Zagunal, Dan, Deanna, Andrea, and Andre. And here comes your halfway point. This will be question number 25. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind? So, I'm sure some of you have already watched Home Alone this Christmas season. If you haven't seen it yet, you're bound to watch it before next week. And if you've seen it, oh yeah, look, 66.7% of you getting that one right. Yeah, they were heading to Paris and they left him behind. Yeah, well done if you got it. Nobody believing Madrid whatsoever. Chicago, I think that's because one of the later films was somewhat set in Chicago. Not the second one, that was New York. I don't know. It feels like Chicago relates to Home Alone in some way. Zagunal gets it wrong, and Dan is really catching up now, just 30 points behind. Andre in third, Andrea in fourth, Deanna in fifth. What type of animal is a chinchilla? Beautiful little animals. A friend of mine had one of these when we were kids as a pet. He was very lucky. I wasn't even allowed a hamster. So chinchillas, what are they? They are rodents. 62.5% of you getting that one right. I feel they're very marsupial looking, but yeah, they are, I'm afraid, rodents. So well done if you got that. Zagunal gets that one right and just extends the lead ever so slightly, but Dan is definitely along for the ride. He's in second, Andre in third, Andrea in fourth, and Deanna in fifth. Andre, Andrea, Deanna all putting up a fight. They could easily catch the top 2 players. Here's number 27. The world's best-selling newspaper is published in which language? The world's best-selling newspaper is published in which language? So yeah, people still read newspapers these days. I still like to read a newspaper, particularly when I'm back in England. If you're travelling on a train, there's something very comforting about reading the daily newspaper. Japanese, and can you see... Nobody got this one right. Nobody got this one right. It's called Yomiuri Shimbun. It's published twice a day with a circulation of around 13.5 million. And just the morning circulation of that Japanese publication is more than any other newspaper in the world. So, most of you going for Chinese. Not one player went for Japanese. That was a big, big chance for you all there. Let's move straight on to question number 28. Who plays the title character in The Mandalorian? Who plays the title character in The Mandalorian? Let's see if this one's a little bit easier. So, have you watched The Mandalorian yet? If you haven't watched it since it's been out, the second season is just fantastic. Do watch it over the Christmas season because it's just a great show to binge, even if you're not a Star Wars fan. The correct answer here was Pedro Pascal, Giancarlo Esposito, Nick Nolte and Werner Herzog. They're all in the show as well, but it's Pedro Pascal that does play the Mandalorian. Zagunal, Dan, Andre, Andrea and Deanna are the top 5 here. I did warn you that. You're absolutely spot on there, Deanna. Number 29. Barbie dolls have belly buttons. Is that true or false? To be fair, that wasn't necessarily an obvious answer with the Japanese newspaper. If I was taking a guess, I would have absolutely gone for China as well. But it is Japanese. But there you go. We've all learned something today. It is true. 37.5% of you getting this one right. Again, if we'd have asked this question 20 years ago, the answer would have been false, because in the year 2000, they changed and added to Barbies a belly button, and Ken dolls as well. They also changed the body shape and body size after lots of complaints. So for the last 20 years, she absolutely has had a belly button. Well done if you got it. Zagunal has been building a lead while we've been talking about Japan and the newspapers. Dan, Andre, Deanna, Andrea, top 5. Who was the first character to speak in the first ever episode of Friends? Who was the first character to speak in the first ever episode of Friends? Now you've got 5 options there this time. Again, another show that maybe we all binged watched during lockdown, but could you remember the very first show? 18.8% of you can. That was a very tough one. It is Monica, and she says there's nothing to tell, he's just some guy that I work with. Rachel, 12.5% of you going for Rachel. She doesn't appear in the episode until some way through it. She comes running in her wedding dress into Central Perk. So well done if you got that. Zagunal did not get it. Andre sits in 2nd, Dan in 3rd, Andrea and Deanna still 4th and 5th. 20 to go. Here's number 31. Who played the British Prime Minister in the film Love Actually? So as you can see, all 4 of those actors are in the movie, but which one of them played the British Prime Minister? All right, your time is up. The correct answer we were looking for is Hugh Grant. Again, yet another movie you're definitely going to be watching this Christmas season. It's a very popular one to watch over Christmas, and Hugh Grant, 56.2% of you getting it. Zagunal gets that right, but Andre gets it right as well. It's definitely a big battle between these two, but look at Dan, he's catching up. He's in 3rd, Deanna in 4th, Andrea in 5th. Zagunal and Andre, they're not getting all of these questions right, you know, so keep going, guys, see if you can catch them. Number 32. What was significant about the way Neil Papworth wished Merry Christmas to Richard Jarvis in 1992? It was a technological first. But which of those answers is it? Let's have a look and see what you've gone for here. It was indeed the first ever text message. He was an engineer, Neil Papworth, and he sent a Merry Christmas via computer to the cell phone of the Vodafone director, or the then Vodafone director, Richard Jarvis, and it became the first ever text message, and rather pleasingly, it said Merry Christmas. Zagunal gets it right. Andre sits in 2nd, Dan 3rd, Deanna 4th, Andrea in 5th. Let's see if we can get some new names into this top 5. Number 33. What is the name of the giant snow monster that guards Elsa's palace in Frozen? Now, if you're a parent and you've been forced to watch Frozen over and over and over again, I am sorry. I do feel for you. I will be with my nieces and nephews at Christmas, and I'm sure I'll have to endure Frozen at some point. 30.8% of you getting this one right. Look at that split. Fudge, cotton candy and marshmallow all getting exactly the same amount of people answering for those 3 options, but it's marshmallow we wanted. So well done if you got that. Andre has just closed the gap again. So Zagunal leads, Andre 2nd, Dan in 3rd. Dan is very much in touch as well for 2nd place here. Deanna in 4th and Andrea in 5th. Right, your next question is coming up. This is 34. Which toy has won the prestigious Toy of the Year award for both 2019 and 2020? And again, if you've got children or nieces or nephews, maybe you know that these toys are on their Christmas list for Santa. But which one? All right, time is up. It is the LOL Surprise, the LOL Surprise toys, or the range of toys. So well done if you got that. And 80% of you did get that one right. So I can only imagine that lots of you are being pestered for that toy by your kids this Christmas. So Gunnar was one of the people that got it wrong there. So Andre has really caught up, as has Dan, who breaks 2,000 points as well. Andrea in 4th. And now it's Deanna sitting in 5th place. Next question coming up. Which pop singer grew up on a Christmas tree farm? So which pop singer grew up on a Christmas tree farm? 4 incredibly popular singers there. And your time is up, and the correct answer we're looking for is Taylor Swift. And well done if you got this, because the majority did get it. And we know this to be true because she released a song last year, 2019, which was called Christmas Tree Farm. And it's all about her experience of growing up on the farm that grew Christmas trees. So Taylor Swift was the correct answer. Zagunal leads, but it's a very slender lead now over Andre. Dan still sits in third. He didn't get that one, allowing Deanna to catch up. Andrea is in fifth. How many times has Simona Halep represented Romania at an Olympic Games? Is it 0, 1, 2 or 3 times? Think back, how many times has she been to the Olympics representing Romania? It's a tricky one. Oh, but very impressive. 46.7% of you getting it right. It was just the once. It was London 2012. I actually worked with her in London 2012, which was rather nice. And those of you that went for 2, may be understandable, but she didn't go to the Brazil Games because of the Zika virus. The Zika virus, remember that one? We've all forgotten about that. She will be the flag bearer for Romania at the delayed Tokyo Olympics next year. Zagunal, Andre, Dan, Diana, Andrea, top 5. Have a look at the picture. Which Romanian city is in the picture? Is that Bucharest, Timișoara, Alba Iulia, or Sibiu? So some Christmas lights. And what looks to be a Christmas market. We're not really doing Christmas markets this year, are we? It's so sad. That is Timișoara. 53.8% of you recognising that. 15.4% of you thinking that's Bucharest. But no. No, it's not, I'm afraid. So well done if you got it. Zagunal still leads. Andre second. Dan trying to catch up, but Andre stretching away a little bit here. Deanna is trying to catch up Dan, and she's very close to doing so. Andrea in 5th place. Remember, we've got prizes for 1st, 7th and 17th places. Number 38. What is the first letter of the name for this popular Christmas flower? So please enter a 1-letter answer. Just the first letter. Excuse me. A 1-letter answer to get the points. And nobody got it. Oh, nobody got P for poinsettia. The poinsettia plant, which is everywhere at the moment. So maybe that was a bit tough. Maybe some of you tried to spell out the whole word. We only wanted the first letter, P for poinsettia. Don't worry if you didn't get it, because nobody did. So it's still Zagunal, Andre, Dan, Diana and Andrea as you were. That was a chance for some of you to get some points and catch up there. But if one's going to get it wrong, you may as well all get it wrong, right? Here's your next one. Where were Frank Borman, James Lovell and William Anders when they appeared on TV on Christmas Eve 1968? Christmas Eve 1968. Where were these guys? Bit of a history question for you. And your time is up. They were in orbit. Well done if you got this. Now, you can see this because there's the moon in the picture, and also James Lovell, otherwise known as Jim Lovell. You may have seen Apollo 13, Tom Hanks and all of that. Same guy. So they were in orbit, and they did broadcast on American TV, Christmas Eve 1968. Zagunal still leads from Andre, Dan, Diana and Andrea. That top 5 has been the same for a while. Can anybody else get into the top 5? Here's question number 40. On Christmas Day 2000, which country established a brand new national anthem? So a bit more history for you. Moldova, Russia, Poland or Hungary, one of them created a brand new national anthem. And your time is up, and it's Russia. That was a tricky one. Really tricky. 13.3% of you, though, getting it right. And look how close it's getting, just like that. Zagunal still leads, but Andre trying to catch up in 2nd. Dan is definitely catching up in 3rd. Diana in 4th. Andrea in 5th. I feel like we've had this same 5 players for quite a while. It would be lovely to see a few new names coming into the top 5, so keep going. 10 questions to go. We're in the home straight. Here's number 41. How many ghosts visit Scrooge in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol? Enter a 1-digit answer into your keypads. 1-digit answer to get the points. Maybe you've seen the movies, the various movies. Maybe you read the actual book. correct answer is 4. Now, lots of people probably went for 3. That's the most common wrong answer because you think of the ghosts of Christmas past, present and future. But of course, he gets visited by his ex-business partner, Jacob Marley, first. So there are 4. Well done if you got that, because that was tough. 13% did get it right, but our top players did not. Zagunal, Andre, Dan, Deanna and Andrea. None of them got it, so you all just caught up a little bit if you got it right. Next question. What was introduced into the game of basketball 21 years after the game was invented? So a sporting question for you. One of the greatest players of all time in the picture, Michael Jordan. The lad next to him, Kevin Johnson, he was a good player as well for the Phoenix Suns. Right, believe it or not, a hole in the bottom of each basket is the correct answer. 21.4% of you getting that one right. And yes, believe it or not, for 21 years they played basketball without holes in the bottom of the basket. Each team would employ a man with a ladder who would climb up and get the ball out and give it back so they could carry on playing, until one day, after 21 years, one bright person went, you know, this game would be a lot quicker if we had some holes in the bottom of the basket. Well done if you got it. Zagunal did, but Andre has caught him up with that question. In which modern day country was St. Nicholas born in? So, Zagunal being caught by Andre. Dan in 3rd, Andrea 4th, Deanna in 5th. And time is up. The correct answer is Turkey. And 46.7% of you getting that. That is pretty darn good, because again, lots of you have gone for Israel. Having asked this question before, I can tell you most people go for Israel on that question. So Turkey, good answer. And will you believe this? They are tied, but Andre has gone ahead because he is answering quicker, which is how we separate you in whenever you are tied. 2,645 points for both Andre and Zagunal. Close stuff. Here's your next one. Which country is credited with starting the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree? And looking at this, Dan has really caught up here as well. So we've got a freeway battle for the top spot. It's going to be an exciting finish, I think. It's Germany, 35.7% of you getting that one right. And there's no tie anymore. Andre has not just caught up, he's extended the lead. Andre, 2,778. Zagunal, 2,645. And he is now being caught by Dan, who's only 15 points off of second place. Deanna, 2,334. And Andrea, 2,142. So it looks like with 6 questions to go, it's going to be a freeway battle for the honours. Here's number 45. According to Mariah Carey, how long did it take her and songwriter Walter Afanasieff to write the classic All I Want for Christmas Is You? How long did they take writing that song that you have heard a million times this year already, I'm sure? All of these questions becoming very important for our top players. It was just 15 minutes, which is possibly the most profitable 15 minutes in pop history, because that song has made millions for them. 71.4% then getting it right. Andre gets it right and starts to build a bit of a lead. Zagunal stays in 2nd, but Dan very much in touch in 3rd. Deanna in 4th. Andrea in 5th. Can Andrea catch Deanna? 5 to go. Here's number 46. What is the name of the magical toy maker in the Nutcracker? What is the name of the magical toy maker in the Nutcracker? So these questions and these bonus points are very important to our top players here. All right, the correct answer is Drosselmeyer, just 26.7% getting that one right. For those of you that went for Gargamel, you might recall that Gargamel is actually the bad guy from the Smurfs. Wow, Andre did not get that, allowing Dan, who snuck up to take over 2nd place and just, 28 points now off the lead. Zagunal has dropped down to 3rd. Deanna is still in 4th, but Andrea is catching her up in 5th. 4 to go. Here's number 47. Look at the picture. What's the name of this cartoon character? First seen in 1979. Andre, Dan and Zagunal really need to get this one right. And your time, it is up. And will you look at this? Every single one of you went for Garfield, and every single one of you has got it wrong, because if you look at the picture, he's not orange. Garfield is orange. This is Garfield's arch enemy, his nemesis, Nermal, and none of you got it right. Nermal has big eyelashes and he's grey. Oh, what a chance that was for our top players, but no harm done. You all got it wrong, so it doesn't matter. Let's try question number 48. What is the name of the title character in the film Elf? Dare I say, Catalina, I think we did catch you all out there. When you only have 15 seconds to answer, you can jump to conclusions. That's fine, but wouldn't it have been great if just one of you had got it right? So Buddy is the correct answer. This is one of my favourite Christmas films. I love Will Ferrell anyway, but such a fun movie for adults and kids alike. 50% of you getting that one right. Andre gets it, but this is going to go down to the wire. He has broken 3,000 points, just a slender lead over Dan in second. They're dropping Zagoonal now a little bit, who's in third, Deanna in fourth, and Andrea in fifth. It could be a battle between our top two. Here's your penultimate question, number 49. What present did Harry Potter receive for his first Christmas at Hogwarts? So no quiz is complete without a Harry Potter question, and here it is. So Andre and Dan, I think it's going to come down to you two here, unless you both get this one wrong. And you did not. Invisibility Cloak is the correct answer. 60% of you getting that one right. You could kind of see it in the picture. We were a little bit generous with the picture there. Now, Andre, I think that question was rather good for you, and I've got a feeling you might well win this quiz looking at the scores. But let's see who will get the runners-up position and the other spot prizes. It's Andre, Dan, Zagoonal, Deanna and Andrea in our top five. And you have one question remaining, everybody. The very best of luck. It will be multiple answer. Here we go, question 50. Select 3 countries that the River Danube passes through. Select 3 countries that the River Danube passes through. Get all of them to get all of the points. I think Andre has done enough to take all the plaudits and be our champion. But let's see who is going to be 7th and 17th as well. So Romania is correct, Croatia is correct, and the one that everybody forgets about is little Moldova. 4.4% of you did get that one though. Well done. It goes through Germany, Austria, Slovakia, Hungary, Croatia, Serbia, Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova, and finally the Ukraine. And well done if you got it. It will be Andre that takes the win. Congratulations to you. Dan managed to get over 3,000 points as well, right at the death. Zagoonal just in getting a few points. Andre, 3, 2, 1. We're going to give you some magic Christmas sprinkles just there. Here they come. That's for you. So Andre, congratulations. You will be our champion, the leader virtual festive quiz champion. Dan, brilliant fight from you. You came so close in those last few questions. Zagoonal was leading for quite a long way as well, but you will be our 3rd place player. Let's have a look at the rest of the top 10. So who have we got? So Deanna did finish in 4th. Well done to you. Andrea was in 5th. Kvitzelnu. Apologies for the pronunciation. ST or Saint maybe, you're finished there in 7th. Monica got an 8th place. Laurentiu was in 9th. And Alyssa, we saw you in the top 5 briefly, but you ended up finishing in 10th. So Saint or ST, you are definitely one of our spot prize winners. We will have a bottle of wine for you, and we will reproduce the game report and send that over to Deanna, and we'll find out who was our 17th position player as well. Let's quickly come back to our main screen. And so there you go. That was the Leader Virtual Festive Quiz. I hope in some way this afternoon has managed to bring you together. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun over there on Zoom. I'd love to have seen you guys as well. I hope you're all wearing your Christmas sweaters and you managed to get into the spirit of things. And as I say, I hope that this quiz, it just brought you together just a little bit more than maybe if you didn't do anything at all. So it's been an absolute pleasure to quiz with you, and let's hope that we don't have to do it this way next time. Thanks, Catalina. Let's hope that next year maybe we can do some proper parties, right? That would be lovely. But whatever you do for the rest of the day and the rest of the year, very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. I've been Mark, your Quizmaster, and I look forward to quizzing with you again one day.